Welcome, chosen ones, to this transformative journey. If you've ever felt like you're waiting for something bigger to happen in your life, then you're exactly where you need to be. In today's video, we're diving deep into divine timing, spiritual breakthroughs, and the incredible transformation that awaits you. The universe has aligned this moment for you right now, and everything you've been praying for is closer than you think. So, if you're ready to step into your divine purpose, to unlock the mysteries of your true potential, then make sure you stay with us through the entire video. It's not by accident that you're here. God's plan for your life is unfolding now, and you're about to witness miracles. Chosen one, I want to start by telling you something that may surprise you, but it's time you understand the depth of your spiritual journey. You have passed a significant test, and what you may not have realized is that this test wasn't just about external circumstances or challenges. It was a test of your integrity, your character, and your ability to stand firm even when no one was watching. For years, through different life situations, you were being evaluated by higher cosmic authorities who observed your every move. The divine plan for you has been unfolding, and the reason you are here today is because you've consistently acted with integrity, even when it came at a cost. For a long time, the tests you faced were not visible to others. You were walking through moments of doubt, challenge, and pressure, the kind of challenges that tested your very essence. But through it all, you held on to your moral compass. You made the right decisions, even when it was difficult. You chose compassion over anger, forgiveness over revenge, and honesty over deceit. You passed tests of character in moments when no one was watching, and it was during these moments that the higher realms of existence took notice of your actions. I want you to understand the significance of what this means. The test you passed wasn't just a test of your actions, but a test of your heart. You have been evaluated on your consistency, your ability to make ethical choices even when it seemed like no one would ever know. And now, the cosmic authorities who've watched over your journey have confirmed something profound. Your transformation is inevitable. What you have done, your actions of integrity, have positioned you for divine support and blessings that are now ready to manifest in your life. What you may not realize is that this test didn't happen overnight. It was not a single event. It was a process that took place over years. In many different life situations, your integrity and your ability to make ethical choices were scrutinized. These situations were not random. They were carefully designed to see whether you would remain true to your higher self and your moral values, no matter what challenges life threw your way. Every choice you made, whether it was small or significant, was an opportunity to prove to the cosmos that you were ready for the next phase of your divine purpose. The authorities who observed you weren't concerned with your perfection. They weren't testing whether you would be flawless. They were testing whether you could stand firm in your principles, whether you would remain true to your spiritual calling, even when there were opportunities to compromise. They wanted to see if your heart was pure, and if you could sustain your integrity under pressure. And through it all, you chose the path of righteousness, even when it was difficult, even when there was no external validation. In those moments of struggle, when you faced temptation, when you were pulled in many different directions, you were being tested. But you did not falter. You kept your spirit pure and your focus on what is right. These tests, though difficult at the time, were never meant to break you. They were meant to show you and the higher spiritual authorities that you had the strength and resilience to walk the path of integrity. Regardless of the difficulties, you passed each test, and now, you stand in the light of divine approval. You may have questioned at times whether your efforts were enough, whether your good deeds and moral choices were even being seen. But now, heaven has declared that your transformation has been confirmed. Cosmic authorities, those higher spiritual beings who observe the evolution of souls, have been watching you, not just for your actions, but for your soul's growth. They saw your commitment, your consistency, and your ability to choose the right path even when it wasn't easy. And because of that, they have given you their approval. These authorities are not concerned with superficial beliefs or surface-level behaviors. They look deeper, they look into your soul, your heart, and your character. They judge not by what you say but by what you do in the silence, when no one is looking. And they have confirmed that you are worthy of divine backing and blessings. This approval means that your transformation is now a certainty. Heaven has declared that you are ready for the next step in your divine journey, and the doors that were once closed to you will now begin to open. The blessings that have been waiting for you will flow abundantly, and you will step into a season of divine alignment, purpose, and support. This isn't just about achieving personal success. It's about fulfilling the greater purpose that has always been your destiny. Your integrity was the key that unlocked this approval. The choice to remain true to your highest values, the decision to do what was right when no one was watching, was the very thing that earned you divine favor. This is the foundation of your transformation. It wasn't about grand gestures, it was about small, consistent actions over time. Each decision you made in integrity created the spiritual foundation that is now allowing you to move into your divine mission with full support and alignment. In Proverbs 12:1, it is written, "Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but whoever hates correction is stupid." You embraced correction, you loved the discipline that comes with living an ethical life, and you have grown wiser because of it. Through this process of spiritual refinement, you have shown that you are ready to carry the responsibilities of divine authority, and now, heaven has confirmed it. As we move into the next phase of your journey, chosen one, it's important to remember that you are not stepping into this new chapter alone. Divine support is already in motion. The cosmic authorities who have observed your journey are not just watching from a distance, they are now actively involved in supporting your mission. Their approval means that you are aligned with the divine, and you will be guided every step of the way. This divine support will manifest in your life through opportunities, relationships, and resources that will align with your higher purpose. You will see doors open, and you will feel the universe moving with you, ensuring that every step you take is supported by spiritual forces that are working on your behalf. This is the season of alignment, where everything that has been working behind the scenes will begin to come together. You are now positioned to step into a greater version of yourself, one that is supported by divine forces and aligned with your true purpose. Your transformation is now confirmed, and your divine support has been activated. It's time for you to step fully into the role you were always meant to play in the spiritual realm and in the world. Chosen one, now that you've seen the depth of the cosmic test you've passed, it's important to realize the significance of this divine approval. You have walked through a process that has shaped you into someone of immense spiritual integrity. This is not just a matter of being observed. This is the recognition of your soul's true essence by those higher cosmic authorities, and their approval is a divine confirmation that your path is aligned with God's will. As you continue to embrace this divine approval, I want you to fully grasp what it means for your life moving forward. Heaven has seen your consistency, your heart, your ability to choose the higher road, even when you were tempted to compromise. Now, your transformation is no longer just a possibility, it has been confirmed as inevitable, and you are now positioned to receive divine support and blessings that will propel you into your next phase of purpose. In this part, we will dive deeper into what this divine approval truly means, how it will manifest in your life, the ways in which you will feel the divine backing, and how this approval opens the door to a season of accelerated spiritual growth and alignment. The key to understanding the divine approval you've received is to look at how your character has been tested and proven. Heaven doesn't simply reward actions or external displays of faith. It's about the consistency of your spirit. It's about how you remain true to yourself even when things were difficult, when you didn't have anyone to validate your choices or affirm your integrity. This is the essence of what you've been tested for, your true nature, your ability to act with moral clarity in the face of adversity. There were moments when no one was watching, when your actions were seen only by the divine, and it was in these quiet moments that your character was forged. You didn't act out of self-interest, but instead, You made decisions based on what was right, even if it cost you something. This is the essence of divine integrity, and heaven has been closely observing how you've lived your life. In these moments, you proved your commitment to the truth, your willingness to do what's right, regardless of the external consequences. In Proverbs 4:23, we are reminded, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Your heart has been the compass that has guided you through life, and God has seen how you've guarded it, protecting it from compromise, resentment, and bitterness. You have allowed God's love and wisdom to shape you, and it is this inner transformation that has earned you the approval of the divine. Your inner strength, the ability to stay grounded in your values, to uphold your integrity in the face of temptation, and to resist forces that tried to pull you off course, has been noted and celebrated by the cosmic authorities. You have passed the test of moral fortitude, and now you are ready for the next phase of your divine mission. Now that your transformation has been confirmed, you are no longer just a candidate under evaluation. You have been promoted to an approved agent of divine change. This transition marks the end of the constant tests and the beginning of divine support that will empower you to walk into your purpose with clarity, confidence, and spiritual authority. As you shift from being evaluated to being approved, you will notice that the spiritual atmosphere around you begins to change. Opportunities will begin to present themselves with greater ease, and the resources you need to fulfill your purpose will flow more freely. The divine intervention that you've always had is now moving into a new level of activation, where you will feel a stronger sense of guidance, and your steps will be supported by forces that are actively working on your behalf. Your mission is no longer just a calling, it is now a reality. You have graduated from the testing phase into divine approval, and now, as an approved agent of transformation, your path will be aligned with divine favor. The doors that were once closed will now open, and the connections you need to fulfill your calling will be made with ease. This is the shift into a season of divine manifestation, where what has been prepared in the spiritual realm will now begin to manifest in your physical world. In this new phase, you will be accompanied by divine support, not just from celestial beings who watch over you, but from the divine forces that now actively work on your behalf. You are no longer operating in your own strength. You are aligned with heaven's purpose, and as a result, divine intervention will be at your side every step of the way. This support system will not only shield you from harm, but it will also provide the wisdom, resources, and connections you need to fulfill your mission. Your actions are now divinely aligned, and the forces of the universe will conspire to help you bring your purpose into reality. This is a new season of divine favor, where everything you need will be provided at the right time, and you will see that the universe is actively supporting your journey. In Isaiah 41:10, God reassures us, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." This promise is now being activated in your life. You are no longer alone in this journey. You are surrounded by divine forces that will guide you, protect you, and ensure that you fulfill your divine mission. As an approved agent of divine change, you will begin to see doors opening where once there were obstacles. Opportunities that seemed out of reach will come to you with ease. Your relationships will flourish, and you will find that the right people are coming into your life at the right time, bringing wisdom, guidance, and support. This is the divine manifestation of your transformation, the alignment of your internal growth with external blessings, the life you've always envisioned, one that aligns with your purpose and is filled with divine favor, is now beginning to unfold. You are no longer walking in uncertainty, you are walking in divine alignment, and everything you need to fulfill your purpose will begin to materialize. In Psalm 37:4, it is written, "Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart." As you walk in alignment with God's will, the desires of your heart will begin to manifest, and God will provide the desires of your soul, everything that you need to fulfill your higher calling. This is the moment to embrace your new role as an approved agent of divine change. You've passed the tests, received divine approval, and are now walking in alignment with your divine purpose. You are an agent of transformation, a vessel of God's light, and your life is no longer just about your personal growth. It is about how you will use your gifts and your light to impact the world around you. Your new role brings with it great responsibility. As you walk in this new phase of life, you will be asked to lead by example, to guide others, and to use your influence to make the world a better place. The divine approval you've received is not just a reward, it is a commissioning, a call to action, to step into your role as a spiritual leader and agent of change. Chosen one, now that you've received divine approval, it's time to explore the celestial forces who have been watching over you, guiding your path, and ultimately granting you this divine endorsement. You may not have been fully aware of it until now, but your journey has been under the observation of cosmic authorities, higher spiritual beings whose role is to evaluate souls like yours and determine if they are capable of becoming agents of positive transformation on Earth. These authorities are not concerned with superficial aspects like religion or beliefs alone. They look at character, integrity, and consistency, and they judge based on your ability to act with moral clarity, even when no one is watching. This chapter is all about understanding the spiritual hierarchy that governs the journey of transformation, and how your actions over time have earned you the favor and recognition of these higher celestial beings. You were not randomly chosen for this divine mission. Your ability to maintain high ethical standards, resist moral corruption, and act in ways that reflect divine light, even in difficult circumstances, has made you a standout soul in the cosmic order. Now that you have divine approval, the next step is to understand the role these cosmic authorities play, and how their recognition of you sets you on the path of great responsibility and spiritual influence. The cosmic authorities who oversee the spiritual progress of souls are not like earthly judges. They don't care about superficial aspects such as religious affiliation or outward appearances. What matters to them is character, the purity of your intentions, the consistency of your actions, and your ability to stay true to your higher calling. These authorities are tasked with identifying and promoting those who are ready to serve as agents of positive change, whether on a spiritual, physical, or emotional level. They are spiritual overseers, looking at your soul's development over time. They are not interested in quick fixes or fleeting moments of transformation. They observe your consistency, your integrity, and your ability to face challenges with grace and strength. When you walk in the light of truth, when you choose wisdom over impulse and peace over chaos, the cosmic authorities take note. Over the years, as you've walked through life's challenges, you've unknowingly been under the watchful eyes of these higher spiritual beings. They have been observing your growth, watching how you handled moments of temptation, pressure, and adversity. Each time you chose the higher path, they documented your growth. Every choice you made to maintain integrity, to choose kindness over cruelty, forgiveness over resentment, and honesty over deceit, caught their attention. Through all of this, they began to recognize that you were not just someone walking through life, you were someone destined to lead and to bring light to the world. It may surprise you to know that these cosmic authorities are not interested in your perfection. They do not expect you to be flawless. Instead, they are focused on the consistency of your actions, particularly when faced with the difficult moments that reveal your true character. It's not about doing the right thing only when others are watching, but about doing the right thing in private, when the external world cannot validate you. It is in these moments of private decision-making that the authorities measure your character. Your ability to remain true to your values and moral compass, even when no one can see, is what has earned you the approval of these divine overseers. These tests were not meant to punish you, they were meant to affirm your readiness for divine support and alignment with your higher purpose. Your character was scrutinized in the quiet moments, when you didn't receive external validation, but still chose to act with integrity. Perhaps it was when you had the chance to speak out of anger, but instead chose peace. Maybe it was when you were tempted by the allure of easy gains, but you stayed true to your moral principles. Each moment was a test, and each decision you made proved your readiness to step into a divine purpose. The cosmic authorities observed these moments and saw your strength and resilience. They understand that transformation isn't about instant perfection, it's about the growth of the soul over time, about showing up again and again with integrity, compassion, and wisdom. You didn't simply act out of duty. You acted from the heart, from a place of genuine desire to do what was right. It is this unwavering commitment to integrity and moral resilience that distinguishes you. When others choose to compromise, you have chosen to stand firm in your beliefs and values. When others have fallen into negativity or bitterness, you have risen with forgiveness. Your ability to stay true to your moral compass in the face of adversity is what has set you apart. This cosmic approval isn't just a recognition of your actions, it is also a recognition of your heart's posture. Your heart has consistently sought growth, healing, and alignment with God's divine will. And now, as you look back on this journey, you will realize that the small, seemingly insignificant choices you made over the years have been the foundation for your divine promotion. Your ability to act in private with integrity was not only noticed, it has become the reason you are now in alignment with your divine mission. In 1 Peter 3:16, we read, "Keeping a clear conscience, so that those who speak maliciously against your good behavior in Christ may be ashamed of their slander." Your ability to keep your conscience clear, to live a life of righteousness, even when the world around you may not have understood, your actions has been a major reason the cosmic authorities have chosen you. Your inner integrity has been the light that guides you toward your divine purpose. And now, they have confirmed that you are ready for the next step in your spiritual journey. As you step into the next phase of your divine calling, you must understand that this approval is not just a mark of spiritual validation, it is the beginning of a new journey. This is the moment where your divine mission becomes tangible, and where your alignment with the spiritual realm will become evident in the physical world. You will no longer be just an observer, you will be an active agent of divine change in the world. Your journey is not over, this is just the beginning. The cosmic authorities have confirmed that you are ready to step into your divine role. The tests you've passed have prepared you to receive divine guidance, divine support, and divine resources that will propel you forward. With the approval of these celestial beings, you are now equipped to step boldly into the mission God has assigned to you. The approval you've received is a blessing, and it signifies that you are now in alignment with God's will. You are no longer waiting for validation, you are walking in the fullness of your divine calling, backed by the full force of spiritual support and divine intervention. Chosen one, as we continue our journey through this chapter, I want you to understand the immense significance of the approval you have received from these cosmic authorities. Now that we've explored their role and the way they have observed your character, it's time to fully appreciate what this divine endorsement means. This isn't just about recognition from a spiritual perspective, it's about your spiritual promotion and the divine support that comes with it. The cosmic authorities who have watched over you have now granted you divine status, positioning you for an important mission that will affect the spiritual and earthly realms. This approval is not an isolated event, it's the opening of a new chapter in your divine mission. You are now recognized as someone capable of making a lasting impact, not only in your own life but in the lives of others, and ultimately, in the world around you. Your ability to act with integrity, consistency, and compassion has positioned you as a spiritual leader, entrusted with the divine responsibility to guide and influence others. The authority granted to you by the cosmic authorities is not just about spiritual influence, it is about responsibility. And the divine support you receive will empower you to fulfill this role. What does it mean to be an approved agent in the cosmic order? First, it means that you are no longer just a follower or a learner, you are a leader, an influencer, and a guide. The divine forces have seen your potential and now recognize you as someone who can handle spiritual authority. You have been chosen to lead, influence, and help others navigate their own spiritual journeys. just as you have navigated your own path of transformation. But with this divine promotion comes great responsibility. As an approved agent of transformation, you are now tasked with guiding others, helping them recognize their own divine potential and purpose, and leading them toward their spiritual awakening. You are now a spiritual mentor for those who are ready to embrace their own divine journey. Your mission is to serve as a beacon of light, showing others the path of healing, growth, and connection to their higher selves. One of the key reasons you've been chosen for this mission is your integrity. In the spiritual realm, integrity isn't just about doing the right thing. It's about being consistently true to the highest aspects of your being, even when there are no witnesses, no external rewards, and no immediate gratification. The cosmic authorities took notice of this. They observed how you remained true to your values, how you chose to live with authenticity, even in moments when the world around you tried to pull you off course. This quality of integrity is not just a personal virtue, it is what aligns you with the divine mission you are now walking into. Integrity is the foundation of your spiritual leadership, and it is the force that sustains your divine purpose. The cosmic authorities recognize that your ability to remain faithful to the truth, to make moral decisions in the face of pressure, and to live with honesty and transparency has equipped you for the important role you now have. In Luke 16:10, Jesus says, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." You have been tested, and your actions have shown that you can be trusted with the immense responsibility of leading others and guiding them toward their spiritual truth. The cosmic authorities recognize this trustworthiness, and they have elevated you to a position where your influence can now help shape the spiritual landscape of those around you. With this divine promotion, divine alignment is now taking place in your life. As you step into your new role, you will begin to see how everything in your life aligns with your higher purpose. Opportunities that were once distant or unavailable will now be at your doorstep. Relationships that are aligned with your divine calling will come into your life, and those that no longer serve your spiritual growth will naturally fall away. The cosmic authorities have ensured that your path is now cleared of obstacles that once stood in your way, and divine support will flow into your life like never before. In Romans 8:28, we are reminded, and we know, that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. The moment you received divine approval, you were aligned with your true purpose, and now you will begin to see the blessings, opportunities, and divine connections that will support you as you fulfill your calling. Divine alignment doesn't just mean that your external circumstances will shift, it also means that you will experience an internal alignment with your higher self. You will feel more confident in your decisions, more clear about your spiritual mission, and more at peace with your purpose. This alignment is the proof of divine favor, and it is the result of your approval by the cosmic authorities. You are now walking the path of your higher purpose, and everything in your life will begin to reflect this new alignment. As you move forward, chosen one, remember that, with your divine approval comes great responsibility. You are now in a position of spiritual leadership, a leader, not just in your personal journey, but in the journey of others. People will look to you for guidance, for wisdom, and for spiritual direction. This is not a role that should be taken lightly. It is a role that requires humility, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to lead by example. Your leadership is not about exerting power or controlling others. It is about being a light in the darkness. You are called to guide others by showing them the path of healing and spiritual growth, just as you have walked through your own transformation. The integrity you embody, the compassion you show, and the wisdom you possess will become the spiritual foundation for others to follow. In Matthew 5:14-16, we are told, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. You are the light in the world, chosen to shine brightly and lead others toward their own divine awakening." The spiritual authority you now hold is not for your own personal gain, it is for the service of others, to guide them toward their own truth and alignment with their divine purpose. Chosen one, now that we have discussed the divine approval you've received and the celestial authorities who recognized your transformation, it's time to explore the path that led you here. The tests you faced were not random or arbitrary. They were carefully designed to shape you, mold you, and prepare you for the purpose you were always meant to fulfill. In this chapter, we will explore how each test, each decision, and each challenge you faced was not just a trial, but a step in your spiritual evolution. Every choice you made, especially in moments of difficulty, was a deliberate measure of your character and readiness for your divine calling. These tests were not just external challenges, they were also inner battles that revealed your true nature. They tested your ability to handle pressure, to maintain your values, and to stay true to your higher self. The tests you faced were part of the process of refinement, where God not only evaluated your actions, but also the heart behind them. This was a process designed to show the cosmic authorities your readiness for greater spiritual authority, and for the role you are now stepping into as an agent of divine transformation. In this part of the chapter, I want to help you understand that these tests, though challenging, were necessary for your spiritual elevation. They were designed to measure your integrity, your ability to endure and grow under pressure, and your commitment to your highest calling. Each test brought you one step closer to your divine mission, and as you reflect on your journey, you will begin to see how each challenge was connected to the divine purpose you are now positioned to fulfill. The tests you faced were not just about external challenges, they were about how you remained true to your character in the face of temptation and the opportunities to compromise your values. Each test was an opportunity for you to show that you were ready to handle the weight of the responsibility that comes with stepping into your divine calling. God allowed you to face these tests, to reveal your spiritual strength, and to prove that you were capable of handling the greater responsibilities He had for you. In life, we are often tested in ways that challenge our sense of self, our values, and our ability to stay true to what we believe is right. You were tested in moments when it would have been easy to give in to temptation, when the easier choice was to compromise or take shortcuts. But you chose the higher path. Whether it was in your relationships, in your professional life, or in your personal integrity, you face the same question over and over. Will you stand firm in your values, even when it costs you? And each time, you chose the path of righteousness, even when the world around you may have suggested otherwise. This is what made you stand out: your ability to choose integrity over ease. The cosmic authorities weren't looking for perfection. They were looking for spiritual maturity, the ability to hold steady in your convictions, even when circumstances pushed you in the opposite direction. Your journey wasn't just about enduring external trials, it was about how you responded to the internal challenges. When you faced moments of fear, doubt, or uncertainty, you remained anchored in your faith. You didn't allow the storms of life to sway you. Instead, you held firm to your core values. And in doing so, you proved to the higher authorities that you were ready to fulfill the mission God had for you. With each test you overcame, you transitioned from being a candidate, someone who was still in the process of evaluation, to an approved agent of divine transformation. This shift is profound, and it marks the end of the constant evaluation phase and the beginning of active divine support. You are no longer waiting to prove yourself, you have already been proven, and now, you are ready to step into the next level of your divine mission. The tests you faced were part of the process of moving from uncertainty to confidence, from doubt to spiritual assurance, and from being a student of the divine to becoming a teacher and a leader. The cosmic authorities have watched you grow, and they have seen how you've weathered the storms, stayed true to your purpose, and maintained your spiritual integrity. Now, they have granted you their approval, and with it, comes the responsibility to walk forward with divine authority and lead others on their own path of spiritual awakening. In 1 Corinthians 9:24, Paul writes, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. You have run the race, and you have run it with integrity. Now, you are ready to receive your reward, a reward that comes not just in the form of external blessings, but in the form of spiritual authority and divine mission. As you step into your role as an approved agent of divine change, you will begin to notice how your actions and decisions will carry a greater sense of spiritual authority. You will lead by example, guiding others to walk in the same integrity that you have demonstrated. The tests you faced were not only for your own benefit, they were meant to prepare you to help others who are also struggling with their own spiritual battles. You are now equipped to be a spiritual leader, someone who can guide others through their own tests and help them find their divine purpose. Each test you faced was not only a spiritual trial, it was a divine training ground, preparing you for the greater responsibilities that were coming. Every challenge, whether it was personal, professional, or relational, was designed to prepare you for your divine calling. It wasn't just about enduring the trials, it was about learning from them, growing stronger in your spirit, and becoming more aligned with God's will. The strength you gained from overcoming each challenge is now part of your spiritual legacy. You will be able to draw on this strength when the next phase of your journey requires it. These challenges were not meant to defeat you, they were meant to build you, to equip you with the spiritual resilience you will need as you step into your divine mission. And now, having passed each test, you are fully equipped to lead, and you will continue to grow as you step into the fullness of your spiritual role. In James 1:12, it is written, "Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because, having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him." The reward for your perseverance is divine approval, and this divine approval means that you are ready to step into the next phase of your spiritual journey. You are no longer just a candidate, you are now an agent of divine change, prepared and equipped to lead others toward the light. Chosen one, now that we have reflected on the tests you have endured, the integrity you've maintained, and the divine approval you've received, it's time to understand how these tests have shaped you and what this transformation means for your life moving forward. The tests you faced were never about perfection or avoiding mistakes. They were about how you grew through your challenges, how you responded to adversity, and how each trial prepared you for the greater mission God has assigned to you. Now that the cosmic authorities have granted you their approval, the spiritual shift you have undergone becomes clear. You have been transformed, and this transformation is not just an internal change, it is a shift that will reverberate throughout your life. Your actions, your choices, and your very presence will now reflect the spiritual maturity you have gained. You are not just a witness to your own growth, you are now a spiritual leader who will inspire, guide, and influence others in their own transformation. In this phase of your journey, you will begin to see the impact of the transformation you've undergone. The tests you faced have equipped you with the tools, wisdom, and strength to walk fully in your divine mission. And the rewards are manifesting as you move forward. Divine support is already in motion, aligning your path with opportunities, people, and situations that will propel you forward toward your calling. The shift from being a candidate under evaluation to an approved agent of divine change is profound. You may not have fully realized it before, but the moment you pass these tests, when your character, integrity, and spiritual growth were recognized, you stepped into a new level of divine purpose. You are no longer just waiting for validation, you have been validated by heaven itself. Being approved means that you are now positioned for divine support, for opportunities, and for divine alignment that will carry you toward your next phase of spiritual evolution. You've moved from preparation to activation. This means that God's hand is now firmly upon your life, and everything you need to step into your mission will be provided. The trials that once seemed like burdens now serve as the foundation for the spiritual authority you walk in. The divine testing you've endured has refined your character, sharpened your wisdom, and strengthened your connection to the divine. You have been prepared for this moment, for this divine activation. The time of waiting, of being a candidate, is over. Now you are stepping into your role as an approved agent of transformation. The path ahead of you is now clear, and with it comes the divine backing that ensures you will walk in alignment with your true calling. As you enter this new phase, the impact of your spiritual maturity will be evident in every area of your life. You will start to notice that things begin to fall into place. Relationships that are aligned with your divine purpose will begin to flourish, while those that no longer serve you will naturally fall away. This is not a moment of loss, but a moment of alignment, where the universe shifts to match the energy you now carry. In your career, you will notice greater clarity and opportunities for growth and advancement. Your actions are now in direct alignment with divine timing, and you will find that the opportunities you once prayed for will begin to open in ways you could not have imagined. This is a time of manifestation, where the spiritual growth you've experienced internally will begin to show up externally, bringing opportunities, blessings, and resources that were once out of reach. In Psalm 1-3, it says, "That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers." The fruit of your spiritual labor is now coming to fruition. The divine approval you've received signals the season where your efforts will be rewarded, not just with material blessings, but with divine opportunities that align perfectly with your purpose. For so long, you have been in the process of spiritual testing. The trials, the challenges, and the moments of uncertainty were meant to shape you and prepare you for this next phase. But now, the constant testing is coming to an end. You have been approved by the cosmic authorities, and now, you will experience the alignment that comes with divine favor. This is the shift from testing to fulfillment. No longer will you be in a state of evaluation. You will be stepping into your divine purpose, equipped and empowered to fulfill it. The cosmic authorities who have been observing you for so long have seen the depth of your character, and now, they are sending divine support to ensure that you continue to walk in alignment with your higher calling. This is a time of divine acceleration. What was once delayed or hindered will now come into alignment with God's plan for you. You have passed the tests, and now divine favor will begin to pour into your life. The doors that were once closed will begin to open, and your steps will be divinely ordered. You are aligned with your purpose, and divine intervention is working on your behalf. The rewards of your transformation are already beginning to take shape. As you step into this new phase of your journey, you will notice that the blessings you have been waiting for will now come to you. These rewards are not just material, they are spiritual, emotional, and mental as well. You will experience a deep sense of peace, knowing that you are on the right path, and your spiritual authority will grow, allowing you to influence others with wisdom and grace. In 2 Corinthians 9-8, Paul writes, "And God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things, at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work." As you step into your divine calling, God will bless you abundantly. The divine support that follows you will ensure that you have everything you need to fulfill your mission, and that you will walk in alignment with your higher purpose. You are no longer in a place of preparation, you are now in a place of fulfillment. Your spiritual journey has brought you to this moment, and God's favor will guide your every step from here on out. You are ready to embrace the full manifestation of your purpose, knowing that divine support is actively working on your behalf. Chosen one, now that you have been confirmed, approved, and aligned with your divine purpose, it is time to explore the new role you are stepping into. This divine approval is not merely a recognition of your past spiritual growth, it is the beginning of your divine mission, one that comes with a sense of spiritual authority and responsibility that you have been prepared for. You are no longer just a student in the spiritual realm. You are now an approved agent of divine change, entrusted with the responsibility to act as a spiritual leader and to influence the world around you with the wisdom and clarity that has been cultivated within you. This new role means that you are empowered with divine authority to make decisions that will align both your personal life and the lives of others with God's will. You are no longer walking in uncertainty. You are walking with the full support of heaven as you fulfill the mission you were always meant to fulfill. The gifts and tools you have developed over the course of your transformation, your integrity, your wisdom, your compassion, are now your spiritual weapons, and they will guide you as you step into this new season of your life. In this chapter, we will explore the deeper meaning of your new role and what it means to be an approved agent. You have been chosen, not only because of your spiritual growth, but also because of the way your spirit aligns with the greater good. Now, your mission is to share this light and guide others who are walking a similar path of spiritual transformation. This is a sacred role, one that requires humility, responsibility, and a deep commitment to the divine plan. But it is also a role that comes with divine empowerment, enabling you to walk boldly into your spiritual destiny. One of the most powerful aspects of this divine promotion is the spiritual authority that has been granted to you. Authority in the spiritual realm is not about power over others. It is about being aligned with God's will and walking in the confidence that comes from this alignment. You are now in a position where your decisions and your actions carry the weight of divine backing. When you speak, your words carry the authority of heaven. When you act, your actions are guided by divine wisdom and discernment. This authority is not something you have to earn. It has been granted to you by the higher cosmic authorities, and it is part of the divine plan for your life. It is the result of your spiritual maturity, your unwavering integrity, and your ability to remain steadfast in the face of trials. You've proven that you are ready to use this authority for the greater good, to lead others toward the light, and to influence change in the world around you. In Matthew 28:18, Jesus says, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me." As you walk in divine alignment, this same authority is now delegated to you. You are acting as an extension of God's will on earth, and with this responsibility comes the empowerment to bring about change. Your words, your actions, and your decisions now carry spiritual weight, and you will find that doors open and opportunities align as a result of this divine authority. As you step into this new role, you will soon realize that your responsibility goes beyond your personal journey. You are now called to lead others. As an approved agent, your purpose is not only to walk in divine alignment yourself, but to guide others toward their own alignment. You are a spiritual leader, entrusted with the responsibility to help others understand their divine purpose, grow in their spiritual journeys, and transform their lives. Spiritual leadership is not about dominating others or imposing your will. It's about guiding by example and leading with compassion. Your role as a spiritual leader means that you will be asked to offer wisdom to those who are struggling, encouragement to those who are lost, and guidance to those who are seeking clarity. You will be a beacon of light for others to follow, showing them that the path to divine purpose is not only possible, but that they too are capable of fulfilling their own mission. In Matthew 5:16, Jesus tells us, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Your light, the one that has been nurtured through years of spiritual growth, is meant to be shared with the world. You have the ability to light the way for others, and as you embrace your new role, you will begin to see how the lives of those around you are being touched and transformed by the wisdom you share and the light you radiate. Your compassion, your strength, and your unwavering integrity will guide others toward their own spiritual awakening. You are now a leader in the divine movement that is sweeping through the earth, and as you step into this role, you will see that your influence grows. The more you align with your divine purpose, the more you will attract those who are meant to walk with you. Your leadership will inspire change, and your words and actions will plant seeds of transformation in the hearts of others. As an approved agent of divine change, you will be given great responsibility. This responsibility is not just about personal growth, but about using your divine gifts to lead others. You will find that, with each new level of spiritual authority, more people will look to you for guidance, and more opportunities will present themselves for you to influence the world around you. This new role requires you to stay true to your higher values. It is not about gaining personal power or recognition. It is about being a servant of the divine, and using your influence to create positive change. The divine favor that you have received is not meant for your benefit alone. It is meant to be shared, and it is now your responsibility to guide others in their own spiritual journeys. In Luke 12:48, we are told, "From everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded." Your divine promotion means that you have been entrusted with spiritual gifts and resources, and now it is time for you to use them wisely. As you grow in this role, you will be expected to lead by example, to remain true to your integrity, and to help those around you step into their own divine calling. This is the role of a spiritual leader, to serve and guide others with wisdom, compassion, and love. Now that you are stepping into this new role, you will begin to see how the universe aligns with your divine frequency. Opportunities that were once out of reach will begin to come to you easily, and the right people will enter your life at the right time. Divine connections will be made, and you will find that the path ahead becomes clearer as you embrace this new role. As an approved agent, everything around you will begin to align with your divine purpose. Your relationships, your career, your life circumstances, all of these will begin to reflect the divine work you are doing. You are walking in divine alignment, and the universe is conspiring to bring you what you need to fulfill your mission. This is a time of divine favor and spiritual acceleration. You will notice that the doors that were once closed are now opening, and the opportunities that seemed distant are now within your reach. This divine alignment will propel you forward on your path, and divine support will be there at every step, ensuring that you are able to fulfill your mission with ease and grace. Chosen one, as we move deeper into your new role as an approved agent of divine transformation, it's important to recognize not only the spiritual power you now carry, but also the divine responsibilities that come with it. Divine approval has elevated you to a position where you are now recognized by higher celestial forces, and with this spiritual promotion comes a new sense of purpose and mission. Your life will no longer be just about navigating challenges and growing spiritually. It will be about leading others, making decisions with divine authority, and using your influence to bring about positive change in the world around you. With your new role, you will begin to feel the shift in the opportunities and resources that are now aligning with you. Heaven's divine favor will be more evident in your life as you step into this new mission, and your spiritual authority will guide you through the next phase of your transformation. This is your time to lead, chosen one, and as you embrace this new calling, you will see how every step you take is divinely supported. As an approved agent, the spiritual authority you now carry is vast. This authority doesn't come from yourself or your personal power. It comes from the divine source that has recognized your spiritual growth, your integrity, and your ability to lead with love, compassion, and wisdom. This authority allows you to operate in alignment with God's will, and as you do, your decisions will be guided with divine clarity. The key to understanding your spiritual authority is knowing that it comes from being fully aligned with the divine plan. This authority is not about control or domination over others. It's about influence, guidance, and spiritual leadership. The more you walk in your purpose, the more you will see how divine forces work in alignment with your decisions, confirming that you are on the right path and supporting you as you lead others toward their own divine calling. In Matthew 28-18, Jesus said, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me." As you align with God's will, this same authority is now being extended to you. It is a delegated power, not for your personal gain, but for the service of others. Your mission is to lead with humility, to guide with wisdom, and to show others the path to their own spiritual awakening. Your new role isn't just about your personal growth, it's about the responsibility to guide others on their own journey of transformation. As an approved agent, you are now a spiritual leader, someone others will look to for guidance and wisdom. This responsibility can feel immense, but it is also a divine honor. You have been chosen to show others what it means to walk in alignment with divine purpose, and you will now be the one to guide them toward their own transformation. In John 10:14, Jesus calls himself the Good Shepherd, saying, "I am the Good Shepherd, I know my sheep, and my sheep know me." Just as Jesus shepherded his followers, you now have a role to guide those who are seeking spiritual truth. Your light, your integrity, your wisdom, and your compassion will become the guiding force for others. You are here to lead by example, to show them that it is possible to live in alignment with God's will, and to lead them toward the same transformation that has brought you to this point. But leadership is not just about directing others, it's about serving them, showing them the path of love, integrity, and divine alignment. Your leadership will be rooted in humility, not in the desire to control, but in the desire to serve and guide. You will show others what it means to be true to their higher calling, to be faithful in their own journey, and to live with integrity, just as you have done. With great power comes great responsibility. Your spiritual influence is now stronger than ever before, and you will notice that as you walk in your purpose, more people will be drawn to you. You will be asked to make decisions that affect others, to lead with wisdom and compassion, and to influence the world around you. The responsibility of spiritual leadership is profound, but remember, you are never alone. Divine support will guide your steps, ensuring that you walk in alignment with God's will and lead others toward their highest good. You may find that your decisions carry more weight now that you are operating with divine authority. This influence doesn't come from you, it comes from God's Spirit working through you. When you make decisions, they will be guided by a deeper wisdom, one that aligns with divine timing and God's plan for those around you. The more you walk in alignment with this divine influence, the more the world around you will reflect the light you carry. A key aspect of your new role is the alignment with divine timing. You will find that things begin to flow with greater ease. Opportunities, relationships, and resources that you once struggled to attain will now come naturally, because you are walking in divine alignment. You will see how divine timing works in your favor, leading you toward the people and circumstances that are in line with your purpose. The spiritual authorities have confirmed that you are ready to step into this role, and as a result, everything in your life will begin to shift toward greater alignment. As you step fully into your purpose, you will find that divine synchronicities will become more evident in your life. Doors that were once closed will open effortlessly, and opportunities will align with your calling. People will be drawn to your energy, and you will begin to see how your divine mission is unfolding in perfect timing. Your leadership will be a guiding light for others, and as you walk in your divine calling, you will witness the miracles and blessings that come from walking in alignment with God's purpose. With this new role, you are not walking alone. You are empowered by divine support, and this support will manifest in many forms. Your guardian angels, divine guides, and the celestial forces around you will be working actively to ensure that you walk in alignment with your mission. You will find that when you need wisdom, it will be provided. When you need strength, it will be granted. When you face challenges, divine intervention will be there to guide you. This is the beauty of divine alignment. You will always be supported, guided, and empowered to fulfill your purpose. The universe is aligned with you, and your divine protection system ensures that no harm can derail your progress. As you continue to grow in your spiritual authority, this divine support will only intensify, ensuring that you are always walking in your true calling, with the full backing of heaven. Chosen one, we have now arrived at the final chapter, the moment where everything you've worked for, endured, and learned culminates into something truly magnificent. Your transformation has reached its pinnacle, and the divine approval you've received is setting the stage for the manifestation of your purpose in ways that will surpass anything you have ever imagined. This is the time for acceleration, for divine support to begin flooding into your life, and for the rewards of your spiritual journey to manifest in your external reality. In this chapter, we will explore how your transformation will unfold in real, tangible ways. The internal changes you've made, the growth you've experienced in your spirit, and the divine protection you've been given are now about to be reflected in your life circumstances. The next phase of your journey will be marked by accelerated blessings, where everything will begin to fall into place, and the doors of opportunity will open wide. This is not just a slow unfolding. This is a rapid manifestation of all that you've been prepared for. The spiritual work is complete, and now the external world is aligning to reflect the inner transformation you've undergone. You have walked through the trials, endured the testing, and received the divine approval that confirms your spiritual readiness. Now, divine support is ready to propel you into the next phase of your mission. This support will come in many forms: opportunities, relationships, resources, and even spiritual guidance. Everything you need to move forward is already aligned and waiting for you to step into it. The divine forces that have been guiding, protecting, and uplifting you are now shifting their focus from shielding you to empowering you, helping you to step into your divine purpose with confidence, clarity, and strength. In Psalm 23:1, David says, "The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing." You are about to step into a season where God's provision will be abundant. This isn't just about material blessings, though they will certainly come. It's about the peace and clarity that come from knowing that God's hand is on your life, guiding you at every turn. Divine support isn't just about opening doors or providing resources, it's about giving you everything you need to fulfill your calling. You've spent so much time preparing, facing challenges, and waiting for clarity to unfold. That waiting season is over. Divine timing is now in full effect. And the opportunities you've prayed for, the connections you've hoped for, and the resources you need to step fully into your mission are now aligning with perfect precision. The universe is conspiring on your behalf. Everything you've experienced has been leading to this point, and now you will begin to see the external manifestation of the divine work that has been taking place inside of you. You may feel the rush of energy as everything begins to fall into place, and this is just the beginning. Opportunities that once felt out of reach will now come to you with ease. Relationships that were once difficult or strained will now shift into alignment, and you will find that the path ahead is clear. This clarity is not coincidental. It is the result of your alignment with divine purpose, and it is the confirmation that everything you've worked toward is now ready to manifest. Jeremiah 29:11 reminds us, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Now, you will begin to experience the prosperity God has planned for you, not just in terms of material blessings, but in spiritual fulfillment, emotional peace, and alignment with your divine calling. The plans He has for you are unfolding, and divine timing is at work, ensuring that you step into your destiny at the perfect moment. The shift you are about to experience is not just one of external circumstances, it's about the manifestation of your true divine purpose. Your internal transformation, the character you've built, and the integrity you've shown have positioned you to step fully into your mission. This is the time where your purpose becomes tangible, where the world begins to see what you have been prepared for. In Romans 8:19, we are told, "For the creation waits in eager expectation for the children of God to be revealed." The world is waiting for you to step into your divine calling. You were created for this moment, and as you begin to manifest your true purpose, the world around you will change. The gifts you've developed, your compassion, your wisdom, your integrity, will now be used to bring about transformation in the lives of others. This is the time of manifestation, where the dreams you've held in your heart will now come to life. Whether it's in your career, your relationships, or your spiritual work, Everything you've worked for is now beginning to bear fruit. The blessings you've long awaited will flow into your life, and the fruits of your labor will be visible to everyone around you. What makes this season so powerful is the acceleration that is about to take place. Everything that felt delayed or out of reach will begin to fall into place with incredible speed. Divine support is now active, and the resources, relationships, and opportunities you need to fulfill your purpose will be provided to you at an accelerated pace. This is a time of rapid manifestation, where your external world will quickly align with the divine transformation that has been taking place inside of you. In Isaiah 60:22, it says, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." The time is right now. God's plan for you is in motion, and everything you need is being provided in perfect divine timing. The blessings that will flow into your life will not come slowly, they will come quickly and abundantly, allowing you to step into the fullness of your purpose without hesitation. As you step into this new season, you will find yourself more aligned than ever before with God's plan. The blessings that manifest in your life will serve as confirmation of your divine calling and the divine support you have been receiving. Your transformation will be evident to everyone around you as your external circumstances begin to reflect the internal work that has been done. This time of transformation is not just physical, it is also emotional and spiritual. Your heart will be healed, your relationships will be restored, and you will experience a deep inner peace that confirms your alignment with your divine purpose. The spiritual growth you've experienced will now bear fruit, and you will begin to experience fulfillment in every area of your life. This is the culmination of all the work you've done, the tests you've passed, and the transformation you've undergone. In Philippians 1-6, we are reminded, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. The work God began in you is now being brought to completion. The transformation is real, and as you step into the next chapter of your journey, you will see how everything aligns to bring you closer to your purpose. This is the moment of divine manifestation, where everything you have worked for and everything you have prayed for begins to materialize. Thank you so much for joining us on this divine journey today. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We want to keep spreading these life-changing insights to those who need it the most. Your support helps us reach more people, and together, we can create a wave of transformation that will ripple across the world. If you're ready to embrace the transformation that's unfolding in your life, let us know in the comments below. Remember, your breakthrough is coming, and we're here to walk with you every step of the way. Stay aligned, stay faith-filled, and see you in the next video.